My name's Calvin Waite, and I trade Bitcoin and cryptocurrency for a living. Today I wanted to take a look at the DeFi craze and look at our top projects and see how those coins are playing out. So I'm at coinmarketcap.com /yield farming, and all I did is look for the highest, what they've listed the top 5 total locked up value of Bitcoin. So Uniswap is the first one, then we have CRV, then we have Sun, and then Yearn, and then Sushi. So these 5 coins we're going to take a look at really quick. And then I got onto DeFi Pulse to see if there were any others, and I added in Maker and Lend. So these 5 coins are going to be the subject of our video today. So here is UNI. So I'd say almost a week and a half, 2 weeks ago, I did a video on UNI, and I misspoke. I said we were at 4,500 Satoshis, but we were at 45,000 Satoshis when I did this video. And I said, if you have these or if you're staking them, I would sell them as fast as you can because we will likely never see prices this high again. Well, since then, we have dropped to 28,000 Satoshis. If you have a project that has a billion coin supply, this is going to single-digit Satoshis. So I would be very careful. This chart was in a descending triangle pattern, and then we broke out, and for 3 days we're falling. There may be bounces, but this one I would be very wary of buying. If you're outright buying this coin, you're going to get a beating. If you're earning them for free, I would dump them as quickly as you can. This is not, the economics of this coin are not great. Even though the exchange itself has a lot of merit and there are some cool projects in DeFi, these governance tokens don't necessarily make sense from a financial standpoint. So be very careful. Let's take a look at CRV now. So how has CRV performed since it went live back in August? A little bit of excitement at the beginning and a huge sell-off. So we are now at 5,200 Satoshi level, and we have not even seen a break. Like, there is no, this is straight down. There could be a bounce if we ever turn the corner. Like if we ever get to a flattening out consolidation point, there could be some hopium left to give us a little bit of a rise. But a lot of these tokens are just absolutely a bad idea from an investment standpoint. This is what Sun chart looks like. So Sun's a little newer, but the pressure is downward. You can see it in all of these. Every one of these that are brand new. So Sun's looking, I don't know, if we break below this, it's going to be a pretty good sell-off. So watch out there. And then this one, this is Yearn Finance. This is the darling of the DeFi space. So the founder of Yearn said, my token has no value, but everyone decided that it was worth $45,000 per token. And this does not take a rocket scientist to see the chart formation that we have right here. Everybody knows what this is. This is a head and shoulders pattern at the top of a giant rise. So the resolution will be this distance in the opposite direction, which coincides with this little bit of struggle we had back in August. So our next target is around 1.1 Bitcoin, and the fact that this governance token, the governance token, is not a reward of any kind. It's just a popularity type of coin. It does serve a purpose in the actual exchange itself, but to convince new investors that they should pay a Bitcoin for each of these coins is risky. I have not invested in this, and I have no intention of investing in it until it's at least a year old. Once coins have been on the market for a while, then you can find out what the real public perception is. So for example, I didn't invest in Bitcoin Cash or Ripple or any of those coins until they were several years old. Of course, Bitcoin Cash is a little bit newer than that, but at least a year old, because you can't tell how long these projects are going to last and if there will be any hype left over. So anyway, this is definitely, we've broken the neckline and we are definitely heading south here. Sushi went live and we have not even found support yet. This was a dead cat bounce, and we still haven't found our support. I mean, you may argue that this is, but then this was a very strong descending triangle, and we're selling off. We have not found the bottom yet. So be careful with this. In 2017, we had this ICO craze where a couple of ICOs came out at the beginning and everyone was like, wow, that was a great idea. And all of a sudden, everybody was creating an ICO for everything. And it didn't have a lot to do with, suddenly it became less about what the project was and if I can get in fast enough to make my 100x before I exit. But no one had much intention of holding. So if you're buying a coin and there's no project or there's no economics beneath it, then you're just gambling. And at a certain point, you want to be an investor, not a gambler. These coins, even though DeFi can make a difference in the world, the hype is so overdone that you just have to be careful. These are coins that I have not touched, and I'm not interested in it. In a year or maybe 2 years, once we find a solid consolidation and we have a good chance to create some highs and lows and create some price discovery, that's when we look at coins like this. So now, here's Maker. This one actually is showing the most strength of all of the coins that we've looked at so far. We do have lower highs, so that is very apparent. But there was a little support here because we found a bottom and then we found a slightly higher bottom. So this gives us a little bit of indication that there's going to be a little bit of a bounce here. So this one, it'll be interesting. Will we find support at this level here or here? That would be very interesting. But this one has the most chance of success of all the coins that we have. You just need time. So a lot of people like me to look and do some TA on some of these newer coins. And when there's not enough data to really do a solid TA, then that means that I'm guessing. Or you can only, you have to look at the economics of the coin, find out coin supply, find out what the inflation rate is and all of that. And almost every one of these coins is just absolutely going to bleed out for a good solid year or two until the inflation rates come back into check and until all of the hype goes away, and then it'll do its normal course. You're just way better off looking for coins that have a strong community and that have a good history, so you can kind of have a good idea of where the points of the kind of the ups and downs are in the coin, where the supports and resistances lie. And it takes time for those things to show themselves. I'm definitely not an hour-by-hour trader. I am the shortest time frame I ever look at is 1 day. And my trades will be anywhere from 1 to 2 months. And sometimes, depending on the type of entrance I get, I'll wait even up to a year on certain coins. But it's all about patience, and it's all about getting the right time. If you're trading because you want to make a quick buck, or if you're trading because you're bored, you're gonna get killed. That's just how the markets treat you. So final one is this Aave, which is lend token. This one by far has performed the best. But look at the history we have. Lend is not a brand new coin. It's just a coin that has a very, I mean, this coin began in 2017. I remember getting airdropped some of this. I should probably go find those. But so of course, look at this hype cycle. Look how everything gets so overbought the second it's new. Everyone thinks it's just the newest thing and it's going to change the world. How long did it take us to find our bottom? So we're in December of 2017. Where's our bottom? It's right here. August of 2019. This took us a year and a half to find our price point, even on a coin that just eventually just went crazy. So what does that tell you? I would not have been interested in this coin for a year. And this would have been your first chance to get in right here. Even then, if you missed this, if you missed selling right here, you'd have had to wait almost, just even to break even. You'd have had to wait September. You'd have had to wait a year to even break even. So you've got to be patient. This is the long game. We're not here to make profits overnight. You can make a really good return in crypto, but you have to be very patient. So to kind of finish the analysis here, let me add some color here. So we had this awesome rise. Look at this green zone. You don't see a green zone that lasts 6 months very often. It is absolutely amazing, the rise that this coin has had. But when do you exit? You exit when we get into the yellow zone. And yellow zone is when we cross below the 50, when all of the trend lines are pointing up. So you would have either exited here, or you'd have waited to find resistance on the 50. So right now, where we've had support on the 50 for almost 6 months, we have found resistance 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 times. We are coming down on the other side. We have 3 distinct support points with so if we touch the same support over and over, what does that mean? That means that it's weakening. As we weaken this support, we're going to be heading down. So when we had a massive run back in the past, there's usually a flattening point. There's a chance for quick profits. And then there's a period where we have to decide, are we going to continue or are we going to sell off? So we're probably around this stage of land, of Aave. So we're struggling right here. And if we break that neckline, we're going to drop pretty good. And I know it may not look like much, but this to here is a 50% drop. Yeah, right there to that point. So it's almost 50%. So what would a 50% drop look like? If we break below this and we drop 50%, we're going to be at 22.49. So even this coin, the DeFi hype is coming a little bit to a close, and even Lend, as awesome as a rise this is, I'd be taking profits. If you hadn't taken profits by now, I wouldn't be expecting another 3x or 4x. It's just not in the cards here. So anyway, I don't want to give, don't want to make a video that's totally negative, but I also want to warn the people that are actually watching my videos and paying attention to how trading works. And emotion is a huge portion of trading. Well, DeFi was pure emotion. There was no logic, there were no rules, there's no economy there, there's barely a product. So if you're trading something like that, you're not necessarily investing in the future of crypto. You're trying to get rich quick, or you're trying to make money off of someone dumber than you're trying to pass that bag along, and that's not investing. You have to be smart, and you have to watch for opportunities, and you have to be patient. You can make a ton of money, but you just have to do it the right way, or else you get burned. And I don't want the people that are watching me and trying to learn from my trading techniques to get burned. So just wanted to put that out there. And if you guys have any other questions about certain coins, let me know in the comments, and I'll try to comment and tell you what I think of those coins. Anyway, you guys have an awesome day, and we'll catch you tomorrow.
Hey, thanks for hanging on till the end of the video. If you liked anything I said, please support the channel by subscribing. If not, feel free to leave a comment, and I'd be happy to take a look and make improvements to the channel so it'll be better next time. Hey, thanks.